This is my technology plan for Southwestern City Schools with a focus on K through 4th grade, which is our elementary level at Southwestern City Schools. Our current technology and mission statement is, our vision statement is, we envision a learning community that seamlessly integrates state-of-the-art technologies to support and enhance student achievement and staff productivity and learning. The mission is to empower learners to improve student achievement through the integration of technology. And the belief statements are: technology adds to the excitement and challenges of learning. Technology allows for learning beyond the classroom. Technology allows learners to engage in meaningful activities at their ability levels. Technology must efficiently be managed and supported in order to embrace teaching and learning. And teacher preparation and staff development must be kept up with technology. The process of teaching and learning should be reflect advancements in technology, and technology creates barrier-free learning opportunities. What I've done is I've taken that idea and sort of put my focus in on what my vision is I would like to see Southwestern move towards. That we would envision a learning community that seamlessly integrates state-of-the-art technology to support and enhance student achievement, staff productivity, and learning in all areas of study at the elementary, which is our K through 4 level. We envision a learning community that embraces technology on a daily basis in all aspects of learning of the learning environment, both inside and outside the classroom. We envision classrooms that utilize cloud technology to its fullest potential from staff and students by utilizing mobile devices and any other technologies that are available. So my vision is focusing on two main areas of technology, that of cloud technology and of mobile devices, which we will get into farther as we go on. The mission is to empower learners and improve student achievement through the integration of the technology. We strive to provide professional development and support to our staff that show and teach multiple ways to integrate technology into the Common Core state standards, their lessons, and assessments. We strive to lay the foundation of education for our students as they are future community members and leaders. What my area of focus is going to be, though, is focusing on professional development for our staff and our teachers especially, because I feel very strongly that once you get the staff on board and knowing how to use the technology and integrating it in the classroom, the student achievement then will be lifted through that. So professional development is key. So our current cloud technology plan, our focus is that that Southwestern City Schools relies on teachers to use that cloud technology on an individual basis. We are given professional development for it, and it's provided that's given an overview of the technology, but there's really no follow-up or practical use to use that cloud technology in the classroom on a daily basis. And I really think that is something that Southwestern needs to focus in on this information. So there's also not a way to evaluate or monitor if the staff is actually using that cloud technology, or if they are using that cloud technology and what aspect of that. So what I'm proposing is that to create a professional development series that the staff, for staff that introduces cloud technology, which we already have in place. So then it's just sort of taking that next step forward with the professional development of how it can be used in the classroom, focusing on units, lessons, and assessments. So the series would look like the introduction and overview of the cloud technology, which we already have in place, like I've said before. The next area would be, we need to set up shared folders, and what I envision is set up by grade level: kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. And then underneath those folders, through Google, Google allows us to have a lot of ability for cloud technology to share ideas which we will get into as we go on with this presentation. So for example, we have a first grade level folder that we've shared with all the first grade teachers in the district, not just in a building, but in the district. And underneath that grade level is our core activities, our core lessons, our core subjects that we're teaching. Reading, language arts. Underneath that, even a separate one for writing. So we have, reading, we have writing, we have math, social studies, and science. And then creating, so that when we create a unit or a lesson or an assessment, we can put in that folder and then share it. And use that cloud technology to allow us to share those ideas. As we're sharing these ideas, I think that the third piece comes into play, where we're going to provide this sort of follow-up meetings. We can do it bi-weekly, we can do it monthly. Really depends on, the grade level and what they feel would be beneficial for them to try to meet up. And those meetings could be face-to-face, they could be through Google Hangout, or through another social media, through Facebook or Twitter. There's a lot of collaboration that can be done through those outlets. But Google allows you to do, since we're using Google and our district has gone Google, Google Hangout's a great one where you can record the meeting and then it can be shared to sort of what you go over and you talk about, to allow those that maybe couldn't attend the meeting, they can review it on a later date, so they understand what they missed. Also for those that want to review that content again, it allows them to to go over that stuff if they had any questions on it. Taking that next aspect is on that cloud technology is using those Google Hangouts. And what I'm recommending is taking those Google Hangouts and making it by grade level, so that you can share ideas and provide a place to ask questions, brainstorm ideas, and just having some feedback and some collaboration. And by having that, it really promotes collaboration, not just on a building level, but across the district, which at a district this size that Southwestern is, being the 7th largest in the state of Ohio, it's really hard to have collaboration with other teachers across the district. Sometimes it's even hard to have collaboration with teachers, your grade level teachers in the building, so let alone along on the district level. So the cloud technology is going to be a great resource for us to allow us to collaborate. And my picture on the side of it says, inevitably all content moves to the cloud. And I know that is a goal that Southwestern has, and a lot of teachers have, that we can move all of our content on the cloud. We can share it, we can use it not only from colleague to colleague, but also then using it from student to teacher and then student to student to work on projects and to use that cloud technology. But really what I focused in on was getting the staff up to date with professional development with the cloud technology. Like I've shared before, I think once you have staff understanding how to utilize cloud technology on a daily basis, that student achievement and using it in your lessons, your students will then be using it. I think it's really beneficial that you are teaching students from kindergarten, as early as kindergarten and the elementary level, how to use cloud technology so that they already understand the basics of it. They know how to use it. They've used it before. So when they get into intermediate, middle, and high school, you can then expand on it and go so much farther than what it is right now, where you're having to teach about cloud technology and how to use the cloud if we're already teaching at the elementary level, by the time it's going to benefit from, as these students get older, it's just going to be second nature for them to use this. We need to teach them how to use it correctly too. So the earlier we teach them, the better. The next aspect that I'm focusing in on is mobile devices. And currently Southwestern is in the process of building 13 amazing brand new buildings at the elementary level to replace those current ones that we currently have. We are getting brand new technology, and it's going to be a wonderful thing. Currently, right now, we are in the first year of a 3-year plan for these new buildings. 4 of the 13 buildings are scheduled to go online this fall in 2014. 5 more will go on, are supposed to be slated for opening next fall, in the fall of 2015, and then the remaining 4 will be up and running by the fall of 2016. So we will have 13 brand new buildings up and running, barring any major construction issues, by the fall of 2016. With these brand new buildings, each classroom will have 4 Chromebooks. They're Google based and Google ready. They're designed to use in Google. So each classroom will have 4 dedicated Chromebooks in each room. Also, they will also have an additional 25 Chromebooks that they will have access to, that's going to be shared by a grade level. So 4th grade, it's up to 5 classrooms. If there's 4 teachers or 5 teachers, they will share those 25 Chromebooks, additional Chromebooks, between them. So they need to work out a way to use and utilize those in the best way possible, and to share them with upwards of 3 to 4 additional classrooms. So on average, Southwestern is going to have a 1 to 5 computer to mobile device student ratio at the elementary level once all of these schools go online in 2016 at this current plan. This is better than what we currently have, which is 2 desktops in the classrooms, and then access to a computer lab, which has 27 computers in it, that is shared throughout the school. So this definitely is something in the right direction. By the fall of 2016, at the elementary level, should have it in place. But I still think that we need to do more. My proposal would be to have a goal of having a 1-to-1 computer to student ratio in all elementary schools by 2016, when those last 4 buildings come online. I think that that's the way we need to focus and the way we need to go. There are a couple ways of doing that. The first option is bring your own device, or BYOD. A lot of other districts around the state and around the country are using this as a option to sort of help them along the lines of getting that 1-to-1 ratio with students. The pros that we're going to look at for the BYOD is the pros. It allows schools to get to that 1-to-1 ratio quicker and not need additional monies to purchase more mobile devices. So it really doesn't put a strain on the school district to try to find those additional funds. Also, it allows students the flexibility and familiarity to use their own personal devices at school and at home. So they can take those devices from school to home and back again, and have that flexibility and familiarity. They're using the same device over and over again, so they know how to use it. The third pro that we have on that is that students can save documents directly onto their personal devices. So we're not having to worry about a flash drive. We're not having to worry about You know, did you save it? Did you not? It's on their device. They can save it, and they have access to that, whether at school or at home. That Pro is something that, you're looking at. We're moving on to cloud technology. We're wanting them to save in the cloud. So that Pro sort of is a something that can sort of go to a con as well. So looking at the cons for our BYOD is that having students bring in their own devices can take away from instructional time for a teacher, because they're going to have to troubleshoot any technical issues with unknown or different types of devices. This can be very problematic if you've got a classroom full of 26 kids and they've all got different types of devices, and they're all having different types of technical issues. So that could be a problem. Also, the liability on the teacher, school, and the district for students to bring their own personal devices to school to get damaged, lost, or stolen. Personally, as a parent of elementary school age, I have a 4th grader, a 2nd grader, and a kindergartner. I'm not sure how I feel about my child or my children bringing a device that can cost upwards to several $100s or more to school when they have trouble bringing their lunchbox home every day. So the liability as a district, that would be something to consider. As a parent, as a con, I'm not sure how at an elementary level how I feel about that as well. Also, the third con that I have is teachers cannot access student work on a personal device or not in a cloud folder. So, we're trying to move on to that cloud technology. That's where I said that pro and con can sort of fight in between. The next option that I see is that we start looking at budgeting money for additional computers. We have it in our budget to have a 1-to-5 ratio right now. I think it's something that over the next 3 years we can look at the budget and see where we can look to find those additional funds to buy those additional computers, whether it be grants, whether it be actually in our budget as a district. We need to look and have that conversation. I feel that Southwestern City Schools and the board really need to make having a 1-to-1 of mobile devices a priority at the elementary level. There's a multitude of reasons for why it should be a priority at this level, at the elementary level. We have PARC, which is our new state diagnostic that we're graded on as a district and teachers are graded on, that students are going to have to take it online. We're also having other online assessments coming online that we need to put data on. And our students need to have that daily access 1-to-1 on mobile devices from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. Our elementary students need to know how to use and navigate a mobile device long before they are asked to take a test or assessment on that mobile device. I really think that this really needs to be a priority that we need to focus in on. I feel very strongly, it's one of my favorite quotes, that children are our most valuable resource, and we need to provide them with the best type of education possible. That quote is from Herbert Hoover. I want to thank you again for allowing me to have this time to share my ideas with you. I think focusing in on that cloud technology and having our staff up to date and trained on how to use that cloud technology is the most beneficial of our professional development time. Not only giving professional development, but giving support on how to use that information in our classroom on a daily basis, and then looking at our mobile devices and seeing which way and option would be best and beneficial for us to reach that 1-to-1 ratio by the time these brand new schools go online in 2016. Thank you again for the time to share my ideas and my vision with you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.